Welcome back to Fox 43 AM Live this morning. I'm joined by Ryan Berry with Certified Fireplace and Chimney, here to talk about his business. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. So a lot of times, a fireplace is kind of the centerpiece of your room. Can you tell us how you not only remodel the fireplace, but also the entire room as well?
Yeah, so that's kind of the message we're trying to send to people. We're more than just fireplaces and chimneys. A lot of times people come in for a fireplace concern, whether it's leaking, animals getting in, or anything like that. And, we end up, talking to them about whatever they need. And whenever it goes down the path of needing to remodel in form or fashion, we've been doing a lot of those remodels. And then the clients come back to us and say, hey, the fireplace looks great, but the rest of the room kind of looks tired. So can you do anything about that? And so we've kind of developed into a company that does a lot more than just fireplace remodeling, but we kind of carry it into the room and other rooms as well. So
did you guys just start with fireplaces and eventually expand to that? Or
yeah.
And then with the people being interested in it, you just kind of went that way?
Yeah, so we're still going to be doing fireplace inspections, cleaning, sweeps, repairs. But we've seen more and more people wanting to go down the path of, I don't really like the way my fireplace looks or how it functions. What can we do about that? And a lot of times that means replacement. Since we've been doing so much remodeling, it's just kind of morphed into a company that does the regular fireplace and chimney stuff, but also tremendous amount of remodeling and home updating. So.
Yeah, I think the most fascinating thing is your guys' expansion. You started in a 2-car garage, and now you have a 16,000 square foot space with 30 live burning units, the only place in the Midwest, right?
Yeah.
Can you kind of speak on that expansion and what it's meant for y'all to have all that?
Yeah, so I started out in my garage, and that was 7-8 years ago, and just kind of slowly grew the company into what it is now. We have a bunch of tremendous, really, really great employees that work there, and without them, the whole thing would fall apart, to be honest. But they've been really a key part and essential to building it to what it is now. We have basically a lot of training facilities that we've had to build because there's not, like a trade school for fireplace and chimney people. But yeah, the 30 fireplaces that we've installed, one of them works. That's something that I've never seen before anywhere. But as far as the 30 units that we have, each one of them has been installed in kind of a new, each one has its own look, and so it kind of gives people a chance to look at any of their favorite types of fireplaces, even wood burning fireplaces, and so they can see how that looks and then maybe go through and pick out the textile from this fireplace or that fireplace. And through 3D rendering and Photoshop, we're able to really show people what their ideas and what our textiles or wall coverings or whatever it is, how it all would come together and show them how it would look in their house.
Yeah, that's awesome to, you guys emphasize that and really kind of that Photoshop to really show people exactly what it's going to look like. That's certainly awesome there. And talk about kind of what's trending in the business. A lot of places, a lot of folks are kind of trending towards electric fireplaces. What are some of the benefits of having an electric fireplace?
So good question. So electric fireplaces, I had no idea how big they were going to become. We've dedicated a whole section of our shop to electric fireplaces. They're extremely safe. You don't have to worry about an open flame. A lot of people are concerned about gas, or they don't want to haul wood inside, but they want heat and they want, an aesthetic that they can enjoy year round. And so that's kind of one of the benefits. You can enjoy an electric fireplace year round because you don't always have to have the heat on. You get the aesthetic of the, the ambiance. These fireplaces that we have in our showroom, I mean, you could see they look just like a real fireplace. They got smoke. There's the crackle sound, the whole nine, and they come in all kinds of shapes and sizes, and we're able to, really make them work in really any space.
That's awesome. And so sometimes people are also looking for designs. You can't find it online or the big box stores. What exactly are you guys doing to satisfy that need?
So that's I'm actually most proud of that. So within the last 18 months, we've invested easily over $250,000 into equipment and different things, the different materials to keep in stock. One of the things we kept hearing was people didn't want to wait 20 weeks in order to get some special material in, and so we have equipment and bulk material that you just cannot get anywhere else, within 500 miles a year. And so with that equipment and the facilities and the storage and stuff that we have, we're able to put together something they've never seen before, within a week. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer just based on demand, but yeah.
Yeah, so for the people at home, where are you guys located, and where can people find more information about Certified Fireplace and Chimney?
So our website, certifiedfireplaceandchimney.com. Our location is, the closest main intersection is 24 Highway and Topeka Boulevard, but the address there is 1947 Northwest Topeka Boulevard, and that's Topeka, Kansas, 66608. So,
all right, good stuff. Thank you so much for joining
Absolutely.
us.
Thanks so much for having me.
Appreciate you coming on.
Yeah.
And coming up, it's the first episode of our new segment, Sudden Nova, featuring John Cantrell. That's up next on Fox 43 AM Live.